Recently, the Florence-based luxury brand Salvatore Ferragamo commissioned British art director and graphic designer Peter Saville to create a new logo. He dropped the founder's first name, the font was reduced and becomes modernist. Obviously, the rebranding trend has hit this classic century-old brand just like the others. Today we're going to talk about rebranding in the fashion industry. Why are they doing it? Why do they all look the same? Let's go! Hello everyone, welcome back to Visual Literacy Hub. This is Angela. I created this channel to record my daily observation and analysis about this very visual world that we're living. My analysis is 100% personal, nothing professional. This is about you and I together to see, think, and share. Well, let the fun begin. Branding is both the aesthetics and the personality of a company. The way it looks, also the way it feels. If you've been keeping an eye on fashion, you might remember that since the new Balenciaga logo was introduced in 2017, which was quite an explosive news back then, a bunch of luxury brands line up to change their logos, and the trend has been quite consistent. Minimalism, if not flat design. 99% of the logos have a white background with black sans serif or block fonts. The vibe of classic, sophisticated, and elegant have all transferred to the same sense of useful, simple, and dynamic. One great example is Burberry, my favorite coat brand. Wouldn't it be cool to wear a Burberry trench coat walking sharply on the street on a cold, raining day, just like a secret agent? Burberry introduced a new monogram and logo in 2018, also designed by Peter Saville. And it was quite a bold change because it got rid of the classic equestrian knight. On the opposite of flat, clean design, it is the anthropomorphic logo design. The old Burberry logo was a good example of an anthropomorphic logo, where you can clearly see a knight riding a horse with a flag that has the word protum on it, means forward. It all makes sense if you know that Burberry was initially designed for soldiers. But now the target audience has changed, so must the logo. It adopted a flatter, cleaner design and the new TB monogram, inspired by the founder Thomas Burberry's initials. Brings together a combination of the renowned Burberry beige, classic white, and orange honey. But then, when you look at their website, you can see that they haven't applied the monogram to everything, especially not to those trench coats. It's clear that whoever likes this classic design of trench coat is unlikely going to like this monogram on it, so they only adopt it on some of the more street-style fashion items. Why are these fashion brands all rebranding all of a sudden? Well, first of all, companies rebrand when they recognize changes in the consumer outlook and the competitive environment. So what's changed? One of my observations is that young people are not afraid of showing logos now. I feel like before 2017-ish, people are still conscious of being seen as materialistic and were a bit hesitant in wearing big logos as they don't want to be represented by a logo. But ever since about 2018-ish, the millennials storm into the market and start spending money like it's nothing. 65% of Balenciaga's consumers are millennials who live in urban areas throughout the United States, Europe, and Asia. And these millennials are not afraid of being represented by logos and the meaning behind it. Brands represent the culture and community they identify with, and they're willing to pay thousands of dollars for a t-shirt that has nothing but a Supreme logo. Oops, sorry to hear that Supreme and Off-White are no longer trending, but I remember seeing tons of young people wearing Off-White jackets, Easy shoes, and MCM bags on Melbourne Street around 3 to 4 years ago. Another reason behind the logo change is that people are spoiled with short and easy to remember messages in the media. You can tell from the rise of TikTok that people's attention span are significantly shorter now. Before, I could spend months watching a documentary. Now, I don't watch any TV longer than a season. And I turn on double speed when watching and learning stuff online. Therefore, the simpler the font is, the easier it is to distribute on screens. The less brain cells it takes for people to remember it. So basically, we are dumber and less patient, so we need simple, clear messages without too much details. Of course, it's about marketing as well. What's the easiest way to attract attention? Change your logo. Change it dramatically so people talk about it. Change it dramatically so it represents your determination to change the vision and the culture of the brand. Not every brand rebranding was smooth. A famous failure was Gap. In 2010, following slumped sales after the financial crisis of 2008, Gap decided to redesign its 20-year-long iconic stretchy Serif logo with an Helvetica font and a little gradient box. Gap's vice president, when asked about the change, said, "We believe this is a more contemporary modern expression. The only nod to the past is that there's a still blue box, but it looks forward." It was expected to be a transition from classic American style to modern, sexy and cool. But other than making it look like a Microsoft No. 2 or a printing studio, this new logo is a total joke, and Gap took the decision to revert back to its old logo after less than a week. The spokesperson stated that, "We've learned just how much energy there is around our brand, and after much thought, we've decided to go back to our iconic blue box logo." What a nice use of language, hey? The trend to make logos flatter is not exclusive to fashion. It's been happening all over the place. We got car companies like BMW and Kia, we got social media companies, Facebook and Instagram, we got food companies like Burger King and Magnum, pharmaceutical company Pfizer, film company like Warner Brothers. I understand the need to change for your customer, but I still sometimes miss the era where every brand felt different, having their own characters and stories reflected in their logos. But maybe that's just me getting old. Thank you for watching this episode. Which style do you prefer? Classic and unique, or new, clean and homogeneous? Let me know in the comment below. And don't forget to subscribe and like. I will see you in the next episode. Bye!